Welcome back, everyone. Before we jump in, I want to ask for something. So, first of all, if you're here, you're not subscribed, please do. I don't actually usually ask. The motivation has been my giveaways, which is why I have the subs I have. But there's a chunk of you that watch and don't subscribe. It'd be nice if you did. If you like the content, if you want to see more, interact as much as you can. I do actually read all of my comments. I don't get too many that I can't read them. So suggestions, opinions, banter, whatever it is. But what I really want to ask for, I noticed Flesh and Blood on Facebook has 24 reviews. That seems low. So what I'm going to ask you to do, pause the video, click the link, go leave me a review. If you're watching this content, it's very likely you're on Facebook in one of the Facebook groups. Maybe not, but if you are and you play Flesh and Blood or collect it or watch the content, go leave a review. Go leave a review about the gameplay, the art. Leave them suggestions. I have a feeling we can get thousands of reviews happening if people try. So yeah, go leave a review and then tell a mate or two to leave a review, especially people in the Fab community. I feel like opening some Crucible first edition, so we're going to do that. Brutal Assault for the foil. Caved in and reinforced the line for the rares. I might do 2 boxes out of this case and do another video with the other 2. Okay, meet and greet at the start of the pack again. Second pack cold foil, Zephyr Needle. Why not? And our rares. A couple of questions I have for you guys. I'm looking to monetize the channel, not in a... I've said I won't do a Patreon, have no intention to. I have a couple of ideas, I just wanted to throw them out. First of all, I'm working on some sort of pricing tool slash collection tracker. I have a way to get that into a fairly automated state. Snapback foil. So if you guys are keen on that, I that's not the monetization thing, but that is something I'm working on quite actively. Monetization though would be, so in the see, this is my favorite Crucible foil. Prettiest card I think in Fab. Maybe I like it because I'm very rarely in a Zen state. So monetization, while I was looking into doing this pricing collection tracker, more that I want it to be a guide where if you're selling or buying a card, you can quickly search for it in one place and it gives you a collation of the pricing that you need to know. In doing that, I came across, and obviously if I'm going to do the work for that, it wouldn't be hard for me to sell singles. Like, I would have access to the data. I don't want to sell singles. But would you guys like to see maybe some of my collection up for sale? It'll be more in the high-end stuff, but would you guys like to see like a Fluke and Box store where I post my top-end stuff, or maybe auction it off or whatever? I could obviously just do that on an eBay type thing if you guys are keen, but again, answer that, suggest what you'd like to see, what would work. Whether you can, like, if you're going to participate or not, still tell me what you'd like to see. But I do obviously go through a lot of cards, and you know, if I had a way to sell them, especially directly to you guys, would be cool, I think. Foil Rune Chant. Another thing I've had in mind is maybe, so a lot of like content creators have their own playmats. I want to look into getting some real high-end stuff, so I'll pull one up. This isn't like super high-end, but these gamer mats have this, like, they're thicker, they're double stitched. I really like the quality compared to the Flesh and Blood mats. If I could get access to like custom Flesh and Blood ones or high end. Possibly even look at like getting leather ones made. Would that be of interest? Something where I create it, I brand it. The other thing is more on the low end, which is a bit tricky, but I am looking into. I don't know how I moved that before. Sleeves, deck box, cases, top loaders, semi-rigids, sort of card opening stuff. For a Majestic. Maybe get, you know, either get like a affiliation. The point is, it would help if someone wants to support the channels, they can just like buy some stuff through my store or a link. I don't want to do a sponsorship just yet. Not that I have like a million offers either, but I think it makes more sense just to do it myself. It's more fun. Usually means I can either make more for myself or pass on some savings rather than having like a retailer middleman take it on. So there's some thoughts I've been having. If you guys, look, there's a few of you that have asked if I'm going to do a Patreon or whatever. So these are the ways that I'm thinking of doing like a support the channel type thing. It would, if, you know, any income obviously is ideal for me. I'd still more than likely at this point spend it on more fab stuff. But I would prefer not to be directly asking for money, if that makes sense, to spend on fab stuff. Still want to fund the hobby myself. Just some ideas. I like the idea of playmats. Do some sort of exclusivity with them. Another foil Majestic. The box has got some hits in it. I think it'd be cool to have really high-end numbered stuff, you know, like 50 or something. There's a way to get them with some foiling, gold trimmed. There's some cool things you can do. I haven't looked into it too much. I thought I'd run it past you guys and see. Obviously, you don't need to do any of that. If you're just here to watch away. The content will always be free, obviously. Is still doing this mainly for myself. All right, we're 5 or 6 packs left. So far, not bad. I'm doing a live box opening again. It'll be next Tuesday. Depending on where you are in the world, it's next Monday or Wednesday as well. It'll be at Chromatic Gaming in Ashfield in Sydney. If you're from Sydney and you watch, come turn up, we'll be having a skirmish event just after the box opening. It will get streamed. I'll link to that when I am there. So I should be able to set it up to stream here live. Plus Chromatic Gaming have a YouTube channel. So a Twitch channel, I should say. They have a pretty cool setup, actually. And the foil tokens too. So it'll be on Twitch. Like there'll be 3 cameras, one for YouTube, and then we'll see. The owner will more than likely be posting on his Twitch, which will be cool. So that's an alpha box break live. Thinking of taking more than just 1 box of alpha, maybe do an Arcane and a Wraith first edition. Maybe open some crew. We'll see. I think we'll be limited on time just because it's, you know, there's games to play, but tune in for that. Stay tuned for that. Their video will get uploaded regardless, so. All right, last pack, box 1. Morven Skies and a Cindering Foresight. So that was all the hits. Not a terrible box at all. 2 foil Majestics. 3 foil tokens. 5 normal Majestics. So low on the Majestic count, right? But 2 foil Majestics and a cold foil is not the worst thing to ever happen to a crew box. But I've heard that you can hit 4 cold foils a box, so I haven't got that lucky yet. Let's try. So if you didn't do this at the start of the video, please click the link below. Go leave Flesh and Blood a review on their official Facebook presence. It's got to help. I think, like, if you saw a business or a product with 24 reviews, you might make the assumption that it's small. Fab is obviously new, but I wouldn't say it's small. There's definitely thousands of players. I think someone did the numbers, and they tried to base numbers off the XP leaderboard, but I'm sure there's 100,000 people or more that at least have product. So I would love to see that number go up, not for any selfish reasons, even though the more successful Fab is, the more success everything I'm doing towards it will be. But I think that goes for all of you guys too. That's why I'm saying. Also, there's like other places to leave reviews. Most of them are like retail type outlets, like, or e-commerce type outlets. Double Overblast. I think you can leave Amazon reviews on products, but like in Australia we have Mighty Ape. I think you might find a few other places to leave reviews. What I'm saying is, if you want to support the game without spending money, that's the best way to do it, is to engage with official posts. Like every time Flesh and Blood posts something, minimum you should like it. And then also, if you can leave a review, leave a review. It goes a long way. I've left some good reviews over the years, like for restaurants that friends work at or whatever. Some of them, like, Google will randomly send you an email like a year later saying 5,000 people have read your review. Like, you know, if 5,000 people glossed over a review of mine for a restaurant for a friend, that's pretty sick. Didn't take me a lot of work. You know, it took 30 seconds to post the review, so I think it goes a long way. I think it's worth doing. I think we're all kind of invested or have a vested interest in Fab succeeding. I'm loving that I'm getting posts or messages, PMs from people. Locals too. One of them today saying he hasn't played yet. He'd love to learn how to play, where to come, and like he's going to be able to, like he's within a 10-minute drive of where I live. So, you know, if this channel does a little bit and your review does a little bit and everyone does a little bit. Oh, here we go. Twinning Blade. You know, still love to hit the extended art one. I saw Chris Sayers pull one live. That was sick. It was, who won that? I'm trying to remember. Either way, very cool card. Definitely, like, very valuable. Technically, singles prices for crew are dipping a little bit, but not that card. That's still short printed as all hell. And I think it sort of takes the legendary... Ooh, Cold Foil, Edge of Autumn. Some Ninja Action Cold Foils today. That's it. That's what's new. That's what I'm asking for. I lost my train of thought, but I was saying, like, you know, there's discussions around the game, the health of the game, the economy, success of it, how many players. You know, everyone was watching the last few callings, seeing what the turnout would be. That's why I'm talking about the review thing. Just overall, the more people you evangelize to, the leaving a review is sort of an indirect way to sell the game to people. It's not like contacting friends and family like a pyramid scheme. It's like just leaving something up there permanently that will Help the game. Do it. Please. And comment and let me know what you'd like to see me doing. If I should be doing more. If you want to see Fluke and Box merch store with like card merch stuff. I might get into, if I do this whole price tracker thing, might start doing some market update stuff, because I'll plan to record the pricing, which would make sense, on a weekly basis, and then, you know, be able to show you what it's, maybe I'll do that indirectly. Maybe I'll just post some stats. Ooh. Love to see a foil cracked bubble. Can you only get them in Crew? Oh, what does that mean for Everfest? Do you think Everfest is going to have a new cracked bubble that's foil? I'm trying to think if I've seen cracked bubbles in the other sets now. And I'm drawing a blank. You'd think I'd know after opening so much, right? It's very gloomy in Sydney again. It's just been non-stop overcast action. I'm a pluviophile. You might need to Google that. I like the rain, but overcast is... I don't think anyone likes it to be overcast. Second Majestic Equipment. Second? Skullhorn? Yeah. I think I put a foil in the wrong spot. I did. No, I didn't. I put a... Nope, I'm fine. I'm doing it right. Alright, last 2 packs. Thanks for watching. Regardless of what I pulled in these last 2 packs. I posted a thank you video. It's not getting any traction because it's got a shitty thumbnail, but that's my fault. But if you are watching this, thanks for subscribing. If you're a subscriber, and everyone viewing and the giveaway, you know, we're at 1130 subscribers, which is nuts after 2 months. I'm having a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys supporting me. Flying Kick and nothingness. I mean, we got the cold foils. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 Majestics. Not the best couple of boxes. I'm very tempted to open the other 2 right now. But I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll do it soon though, don't worry. Give me a topic to talk about. I'll post a video and I'll open those while I talk about it. Thanks for watching. Talk soon.